Few figures in history embody the complexity of human genius and moral ambiguity quite like J. Robert Oppenheimer. Was he a hero who helped end World War II? A villain responsible for unimaginable destruction? Or merely a victim of circumstances beyond his control? Let's uncover the fascinating events of his life that reveal who he truly was. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oppenheimer's journey began in New York City, where he was born in 1904 to a wealthy Jewish family. A brilliant child, he was reading philosophy and studying science by the time most kids were playing outside. His academic prowess led him to Harvard, where he majored in chemistry before diving into the emerging field of quantum mechanics. By the 1930s, Oppenheimer was rubbing shoulders with the greatest minds of his time, from Niels Bohr to Albert Einstein. But Oppenheimer was not just a scientist. He was a poet, a philosopher, and a man deeply intrigued by questions of morality and human existence. This blend of intellect and introspection would later define his legacy. In 1942, Oppenheimer was tapped to lead the Manhattan Project, a top-secret initiative to develop a weapon that could end World War II. Under his leadership, scientists worked tirelessly in the remote desert of Los Alamos, racing against the clock to outpace Nazi Germany's own nuclear ambitions. On July 16, 1945, the first atomic bomb was successfully tested in the New Mexico desert. Oppenheimer's reaction? He quoted the Bhagavad Gita, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki soon followed, bringing an end to World War II, but at a devastating cost. Hundreds of thousands of lives lost, with generations still grappling with the fallout. Was Oppenheimer a hero for helping end the war, or a harbinger of mass destruction? That question has haunted his legacy ever since. After the war, Oppenheimer became a vocal advocate for international control of nuclear weapons. His call for restraint clashed with the growing arms race of the Cold War. In 1954, Oppenheimer faced a brutal security hearing. Accused of having communist sympathies and being a security risk, he was stripped of his security clearance in a public trial that humiliated him. Many believe this was less about his loyalties and more about silencing his opposition to the hydrogen bomb. The man who had once been celebrated as a hero was now cast aside, a victim of politics, fear, and the very power structures he had helped to strengthen. Oppenheimer's legacy is as complex as the man himself. To some, he was a hero who helped bring an end to a brutal war. To others, he was a villain who unleashed a weapon of unimaginable destruction. And to many, he was simply a victim, caught in the moral and political crossfire of an era defined by fear and power. What cannot be denied is his impact on science and history. His work paved the way for modern quantum mechanics, nuclear energy, and even space exploration. But his story also serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the ethical dilemmas that accompany great power and knowledge. Was J. Robert Oppenheimer a hero, a villain, or a victim of circumstance? Perhaps the answer lies somewhere in between, in the shades of gray that define all of us. His story is not just history, it's a mirror reflecting the best and worst of humanity. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and legacy of J. Robert Oppenheimer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. And let us know in the comments, how do you view Oppenheimer's place in history? Until next time, stay curious and stay thoughtful.